The next new piece within, one of the next things we're going to talk about momentarily, is the public sector planning and budgeting. This is a brand new module in Release 11.1.2. It's a packaged application for public sector organizations as well as higher education and healthcare. So there are some related verticals that this application can be utilized for. Some of the challenges that the public sector faces are is the fiscal management pressures, the demand from accountability from outside sources as well internally, increased regulatory oversight, typically declining budgets, and currently the way a lot of public sector organizations have their budgets is that the budget is resource and time intensive. It's typically not responsive to change, as well as having many levels of review. The public sector planning module now is able to mitigate a lot of these problems that currently exist. One of the big things is the ability to produce the budget book at the end of the cycle. Most public sector groups have to have their final budget book printed out. The public sector planning module takes care of that, as well as the ability to integrate the budget data back to a source ERP system. So overall, public sector planning module streamlines and basically improves the budget process for public sector organizations. So an exciting new module there. Excuse me. Next, reason number two that I'd like to talk a little bit about is Smart View. So Smart View in Oracle's new release is incredibly powerful. I'll just wait till the slide comes up for a second. There we go. Okay. So what Oracle has done in this latest release is create what they call parity between the web and Excel and Microsoft Office, meaning that whatever tasks that you need to do in the web can be accomplished within Excel. So all the key planning capabilities are now available within Excel. So we have powerful process management exists in Excel now, which previously it didn't. And again, similar to what I talked about earlier about the validation of data and color coding, that also is available in Excel. You also have the ability to utilize the entire suite of Microsoft applications, creating what's called dynamic data points. So you can create a PowerPoint with these data points, refresh the data, and you don't have to do any importing or copying or pasting of the data. The data is directly tied into Hyperion. Another nice feature is the ability to utilize task lists. In prior releases, task lists were only utilized within the planned web. We now have that within Outlook as well as Excel. And then also generally just enhanced budgeting and reporting books are available. Some other features that are available within Smart View for Office is the ability to copy versions for planners. Previously, that was functionality reserved only for administrators, as well for administrators. Process management now can take place in Smart View as well in Excel. You can go again do all functionality that you would do in the web in Excel, as well as traffic lighting and data validation, as I had mentioned. Composite forms, you're also able to utilize composite forms. You can have common dimensions through color coding. There's an ad hoc mode as well in Smart View, as well as contextual data cell menus. So you get to, a lot of folks will now get to use their right click on their mouse, which previously was not available. Excuse me. And so a lot of new exciting things with Microsoft, the Microsoft Office suite. So Again, these is just sort of a preview of some of the features and functionality. There is just a ton of new functionality that exists that would be too much to cover in an hour. So if there's any questions or any desire to see any of the things that we've talked about in further detail, please let us know, and we would love to kind of come in and show you and talk about it some more. What I'd like to do now is turn it over to Tana Triaforn, my colleague at BICG. He's going to talk a little bit about the two new modules, financial close management, disclosure management, as well as the new enhancements to HFM. Tana, I will pass the baton to you now.
All right, thanks, Steve.
All righty.
Hey, everyone, I'm just going to wait till he passes over the screen. Okay, so everyone, again, hello. Just to give you a really short background, I come from the functional side, so this financial close management and disclosure management as well, the enhancements of HFM are really good and exciting things to see from a financial close standpoint. As you can see here, when we talk about financial close, the first thing we're going to go to is the financial close management is managing the entire close process. So the close process is more than just the reporting of the numbers and your financial statements. And what Oracle's done here is brought in a module that can actually manage it from start to end. We all know that going from an ERP system, they've got their own process management usually or workflows within those, within Oracle or PeopleSoft or SAP. And then within consolidation systems, we also have some process management as well. But there's nothing really ever to control, that's ever been created to control the entire process. We've had emails going back and forth. We've had, communication by phone, verbally, but nothing to really manage that from an audit standpoint or just a control standpoint to say we've controlled this process and we know who's completed what and what tasks have been completed from start to end. So you can see here, Oracle's brought in financial close management to cover all of that, and then as well as disclosure management.